we may just have reached peak human. A new report claims that from this point on, intelligent machines could become more vital to business than people. It estimates that up to 15 million UK jobs are at high or medium risk of being replaced by automation in the next 2 decades, and British people could face a reality that is somewhere between Star Trek and The Matrix. The report by Institute for Public Policy Research (IPPR). We are close to the point where humans are more important to labor than machines. But this is all set to change. Exponential improvement in new technologies, computing power, machine learning, artificial intelligence systems, automation, autonomous vehicles, health and resource technologies, and the Internet of Things, among others, are expected to radically transform social and economic life, the report says. These changes have the potential to create an era of widespread abundance, or a second machine age that radically concentrates economic power. Which path we take, a future between Star Trek and The Matrix, will depend on the type of politics and institutions we build, and artificial intelligence will do more than simple audit work. The report claims that AI will even have a seat on company boards in future. It also says that 60% of British retail roles, around 2 million people, could be taken over by technology by 2030. Intelligent machines of the future will have an IQ higher than 99% of humans, the report says, and it claims 1 in 10 cars on the road will be self-driving within the next 10 years. Meanwhile, humans will also see their first 3D printed organs by 2030. The IPPR says, over time there will be fewer and fewer tasks and, in time, jobs where humans can outperform machines. Given this, it is likely we are at peak human in terms of human labor being the most important factor of production. The IPPR report comes almost a month after Bank of England Governor Mark Carney, who claimed that robots could put 15 million Britons out of work. In an alarming vision for workers, Mark Carney warned many jobs would be hollowed out as huge technological advances meant roles could be automated instead. The bank said the march of the machines in the workplace puts administrative, clerical and production staff most under threat, and it even predicted that entire professions, such as accountancy, could be pushed to the brink of extinction as developments in computers make their roles redundant. Mr. Carney claimed that up to 15 million of the current jobs in Britain, almost half of the 31.8 million workforce, could be replaced by robots over the coming years as livelihoods were mercilessly destroyed by the technological revolution. Deeply worrying forecasts from the bank said that a new machine age would be particularly devastating for those on lower incomes. The governor said, the fundamental challenge is, alongside its great benefits, every technological revolution mercilessly destroys jobs and livelihoods, and therefore identities, well before the new ones emerge. This was true of the eclipse of agriculture and cottage industry by the Industrial Revolution, the displacement of manufacturing by the service economy, and now the hollowing out of many of those middle-class services jobs. The bank's chief economist Andy Haldane warned in an earlier study that automation threatened much of the workforce, but said that hairdressers, carers and nannies were among the lower earners who were deemed to be safe. Speaking at Liverpool John Moores University on December 4, the governor also claimed workers had suffered the first lost decade since the 1860s, with living standards suffering the biggest squeeze since Dickensian times.